So it's been a pretty interesting couple of months because we've had a lot of flops and they've all had something in common, and we're going to get to that. But I wanted to start off talking about, once again, The Mandalorian. I know. But here's the thing. This show does everything that people want. It's entertaining. It doesn't have any stupid stuff in it. It's just good. It has a fan base riled up and happy again. And it's a fan base that's been divided for a long time. Talking about the Star Wars fan base. It's been divided and fighting for a while. But what do they all have in common? Most of all of them have good things to say about The Mandalorian. And when that happens, you've got the blue hairs that come out and get mad about it. When you get woketh, you go broketh. And there's so many examples of that. And it's like Hollywood sits there and is like, I don't know what happened. Well, let's go over what exactly happened. We could look at Supergirl and Batwoman. Great examples of going woketh with comic book franchises, which is only going to get worse, by the way, as the MCU seems dangerously close to going down this path. But Batwoman is a huge turd. A huge turd. It's lost like half of its viewership from what I'm hearing. And is there any surprise? I mean, the first thing you saw in the trailer for the show was basically Kate saying, oh, the Batsuit will be perfect when it fits a woman. And you think the show's going to be a success? No. No, it won't be. And it's flopping. Just like Supergirl's flopping. And you're going to see more of this happen. It's just a good example of these blue hairs, these Puritans coming in and trying to take stuff over and saying, if you don't like it, well, you're some kind of an istophobe. We have Watchmen, another show that's doing terribly and shedding viewers because they wanted to take it down this ridiculous path. And yes, I know the original Watchmen is political, but it was political with real things, not fairy tale crazy stuff that one side of the political spectrum thinks is a big deal when it's not. So they're just blowing up fake crap, Orange Man bad. That's the entire theme of the show. So it's not doing well. Imagine that. It's not doing well. People don't like it. I'm so shocked. But it's yet another example. There's been so many flops because they want to keep going down this path. Next up that flopped, Charlie's Angels. Why did that flop, I wonder? Well, if you remember, in my previous video when I covered this, I went over all the articles for this. Pretty much the entire year, the marketing behind this movie was that it was going to be the woke one. It was going to be the wokest. And then they came out and said, well, if men don't go see this movie, they're ists and phobes against women. And sure enough, the movie bombed. I wonder why. And then we have my personal favorite, Terminator Dark Fate, the biggest flop, because out of everything here, it probably cost the most money to make. And it had a humongous flop. You ever seen like a really overweight person jump into a pool? That's Terminator Dark Flop. And you wonder why it flopped? Well, you took John Connor, who is an iconic piece of the first two Terminator movies, which are loved, especially Terminator 2, and you took him out and you replaced him with, a 5', 90-pound woman who's not in the country legally. Thought that'd be a good idea. And then made, you know how they had Robert Patrick as a policeman? Well, we're going to make the Pee-wee-nator. We're going to make him a Border Patrol agent. We're going to sprinkle a little wokeness all over the whole movie. And then, of course, you also had Tim Miller's famous comments before the movie came out. And he said, well, if you're a misogynist, you're going to be scared of Terminator Dark Fate. No, what you did was you scared your entire audience away from watching your movie, buddy. Then I have a good example of a movie that made money. Ford versus Ferrari shows how masculinity can make the world a better place. This movie actually did well. And I wonder how well it would have done if Terminator Dark Fate had been a success. And this movie probably wouldn't have made the amount of money that it made, and it's doing well and it's getting praised. People wouldn't sell it. Why? Because people are tired of the crap in their movies. And it all leads here, every time. Why this November's big movie releases have been flopping at the box office. It's not just November, but November's a good example of this because November is the month that got woketh. because how much stuff, not even just November, you can go all the way back to the beginning of the fall with Watchmen, Batwoman, Supergirl, Charlie's Angels, Dark Fate. This has been a strong fall and a strong push for Orange Mad Bad stuff and going woketh, going broketh. This has been a big fall for that. And you've had so many flops. And every time these articles come out, I don't understand. What happened? What happened? What could have possibly went wrong? I wonder what went wrong. You know, I hope that this sends a strong message. And I think The Mandalorian does send one. But so many flops. I wonder, will they reevaluate what they're doing? You know, that would be nice, right? If they might sit down and do that. Maybe we should ignore those crazy people on Twitter that don't actually make up society. Maybe we should ignore them. Maybe we should get our data from another spot. Maybe we should stay away from them because obviously we're just losing money under them. But I don't think they will. I think it's going to take the rise of Skywalker to flop, and I think it will. Everything about that movie sounds like a huge dud, and that movie, make no mistake, is going to cost a lot of money to make. All of the spoilers for that movie sound terrible. There was just an article coming out that the script was on eBay, by the way, and it was confirmed by J.J. Abrams that it was the real script. It's the real one. Disney swooped in and bought it. But that also tells me that a lot of these spoilers that are leaking probably have a lot of credit to them. That means that they haven't been that wise with guarding their plot points. I do think Rey is going to stomp and stone cold stun the Emperor into the ground very quickly, probably within 1 to 2 minutes. She's going to do what Luke could never do, and furthermore, infuriate the fan base. I think that movie is going to be a dud. I think it's going to make significantly less than The Last Jedi. People aren't going to go see that movie twice, and that's going to be a problem for Disney. And if that movie flops, I think you might see a change, and maybe, just maybe, they'll start ignoring these dummies. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Just a fun, quick video. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about all this? What do you think of these flops? Do you think Hollywood will learn? Do you think Disney will learn if the rise of Skywalker flops? Give me your thoughts. Let me know. Throw that comment down there. Throw that like up. The most important things you can do for the channel is engagement. Likes and comments definitely help, so consider doing those. Also, share the video and hit that notification bell. Make sure you still subscribe. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that, and subscribe if you're new.